అంటే ఒక రకంగా మన భారతీయ సినిమాకు మాటలు నేర్పించిన మనిషి కాబట్టి ఆయన మాటల్లోనూ సినిమా మీద ఎంతో ప్రేమ కనిపిస్తుంది. ఎప్పుడో ఒకసారి ఆయనే అన్నారు, కత్తి కంటే కలం గొప్పది, కలం కంటే ఫిలిం గొప్పది అని. ఆయన దర్శకత్వం వహించిన సినిమాల్లో కూడా ఇదే కమిట్మెంట్ మనం చూడొచ్చు. ఒక షావుకారు, ఒక మిస్ అమ్మ, ఒక పెళ్లి చేసి చూడు, అన్నింటిలోనూ చక్కటి హాస్యం ఉంటుంది. ఆ పక్కనే సామాజిక స్పృహ కూడా ఉంటుంది. అంటే తెర ముందు తెర వెనుక కూడా విలువల్ని ప్రేమించారు ఆయన. కాబట్టే ఒక వ్యక్తి నుంచి వ్యవస్థగా ఎదగలిగారు. ఆయన ప్రారంభించిన సంస్థలు ఈరోజు మహావృక్షాలుగా మారాయి. ఒక సామాన్యుడు ఇంతటి అసామాన్య స్థితికి ఎలా ఎదగలిగారు అంటే, ఆయన్నే ఆ ప్రశ్న అడిగితే ఆయన చెప్పిన జవాబు ఏమిటో తెలుసా? అరచేతిలో స్వర్గాన్ని నిర్మించలేము, అర నిమిషంలో విజయాలు సాధించలేము. నిజమే. జీవితం అంతా సినిమానే శ్వాసగా భావించారు ఆయన. అనుక్షణం సినిమా కోసమే తప్పించారు. సంపాదించిన ప్రతి పైసా కూడా మళ్ళీ ఆ సినిమా పరిశ్రమలోనే పెట్టారు, ఒక ప్రసాద్ ఐ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ తప్ప. దానికి కూడా ఆయన లాజిక్ చెప్పారు. కళ్ళతోనే ప్రజలు సినిమా చూడాలి, అందుకే నేను ఐ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ స్థాపించాను అని. ఇంతగా సినిమాతో మమేకమైన ప్రసాద్ గారిని మనం ఎలా పిలవాలి? నాకైతే ఆయన ఓ సినీ ఋషి అనిపిస్తుంది. ఈ మహామనిషికి నివాళిగా ఇవాళ కేంద్ర ప్రభుత్వం పోస్టల్ స్టాంపును విడుదల చేసింది. ఇప్పటికైనా ప్రభుత్వం ప్రసాద్ గారి సేవల్ని స్మరిస్తూ తనని తాను గౌరవించుకుంటోంది. ఇందుకు మనసారా అభినందిస్తున్నాను. ప్రసాద్ గారు మన మధ్య లేకపోవచ్చు, కానీ సినిమా ఉన్నంతకాలం ఆయన చిరంజీవి. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Thank you, sir.
Many dignitaries on the dais, friends, admirers, and members of the Prasad family and group. My association with Prasad family is a little over than 20 years old. My first connection is through Dr. Venkatratna Mullapudi, who recently established the Usha Mullapudi Cardiac Center in Hyderabad in the summer of 1985. Sri Ramesh Prasad was visiting him, and Dr. Mullapudi called me from his home saying that I have somebody visiting me that I would like you to talk to him. And I said, about what? He said, they have a fund that they would like to donate to a good medical project. And I thought, if the two of you get together, since you are planning to go back and start something in India, it might end up in something good. So that was the beginning of our association. 6 months later, I was visiting India, and I met the father and son in Chennai in January of 1986, to be precise. To tell you the fact, Sri L.V.Prasad was a little disappointed that his 1 crore rupee donation was going to build only an eye hospital, not a hospital that can take care of more things. But finally, anyway, they have said they have decided to support the project. And then I'll tell you two small instances that reflect the quality of people that they are, how broad-minded they are. First was immediately after that meeting, I went to Sri Ramesh Prasad's home to have a cup of tea. So he started saying that we would like to feel that it was our hospital. I said, yes, I hope that you would continue to feel that it would be your hospital. He repeated that several times, so I wasn't quite sure what he was getting at. So I asked him, would you like to run the hospital? He said, no, we have no interest in that. We have no expertise, no interest. He said that if somebody in our family is a doctor and becomes an ophthalmologist, they should be able to work there. So I looked at him and said, Prasad Garu, as a friend of your family, if somebody in your family would like to become an ophthalmologist, I would do everything within my power to get them the best possible training. And at the end of that training, if they don't measure up, they would not get a position in this hospital. And I said the same standard would hold good for my son and daughter if they choose to become ophthalmologists. As soon as I said that, I realized I probably threw away the first donation of 1 crore rupees. He looked at me for a minute, paused, and then he said, you are correct. And then we both decided that was a good step, because otherwise we would have killed the institute even before it began. That was the first example of how wonderful this family is. The second was when Sri Prasad actually needed cataract surgery. He came like any other patient, never made any special demands on us, paid the full fee for his consultation and subsequent surgery, and again, never gave any trouble to any of the staff in the institute. That shows the true nature of a real donor. And we have had many such donors after that. And the seeds that the Prasad family has sown has resulted in today in an internationally renowned eye institute. And I know his heart has always been in the rural areas of India, since he came from a rural background. Most of you know L.V.Prasad Eye Institute today as the thing that you see in Hyderabad city. But what most of you don't know is the impact it is making in the primary eye care in the rural areas of India, which has now become a model for the World Health Organization. And I'm sure Sri Prasad would have been very, very proud of that particular element of our institute. While in cinema, L.V.Prasad has become an Indian brand, I can tell you, LVP in eye care sector is a global brand name. Whether it is in patient care, whether it is in training, or whether it is in research. Everything that we do is acclaimed worldwide. And we, on behalf of everybody at L.V.Prasad Eye Institute, are very proud of the honor that is bestowed on his memory by the government of India. And I'm sure that this family will continue to make major contributions in the area of filmmaking, film production, and film technology. From our side, we'll continue to make contributions to make more and more impact on the elimination of needless blindness throughout the world, both directly and indirectly. Thank you so much.
He has done all imaginable roles and the most innovative characters in Indian cinema. He is a filmmaker and
Honorable Minister Dr. Shakil Ahmed Garu, Dr. Dasari Narayan Rao Garu, Honorable Rosai Garu, Ramoji Rao Garu, D.V.S. Raj Garu, Nagesh Rao Garu, the Postmaster General, dignitaries who have come to grace the occasion, the Prasad family. When I say that, I include technicians from the lab, studio, and myself. I had this great opportunity of being blessed by this man who loved cinema. I think I had the audacity to ask him to act in my films while he was casting me in probably one of the very important films that will change my life forever. While he was doing something to me, I thought I'll ask him to act in my film. I never thought he would agree, but he did. And later, I was told that they could see him practicing through the glass cubicle in his office for my film, while he had many other things to attend to. Many labs were being built. I know how much he loved cinema. There was a time when he was ailing, he was not well, and Rameshji told me that his health was slipping. And suddenly, Rameshji made a decision to shift his location of convalescence. He shifted him to the studio, and his health improved. It was not a miracle, it was a necessity for that gentleman. I remember asking permission to shoot one of my films, Apurva Sahodarargal. I was in a constant habit of telling him what I am doing. He was the first of the senior generation to accept me as a screenplay writer. So I used to tell him my stories, and then I said, this recent story of mine, I'd like to shoot atop the 70mm theater. And he was walking around the studio, and I asked him the permission, very informally. And he went near the building, he patted the concrete wall. He said, this building was built on the money from Ek Duje Ke Liye. You also built it. So don't destroy anything in the building, build your sets on it. Develop the studio, don't do anything to damage it. I took that advice, and all my films that I produce are still developed in the lab. Not only technically, sometimes even aesthetically. I use the studio facilities. When I go there, I feel like I'm at home, and they make me feel so. I'm here, I think it's more like a vote of thanks, though it's not my designation. I'm here to thank the government for honoring a very discerning, important person whom we look up to. I learned loving cinema from this gentleman. I had the great opportunity of listening to his love story, that is, his love story about films, while he worked in my film. Every day he used to tell me one chapter after another. It made me love cinema more. As Dasari Garu rightly said, as long as there is moving images, Prasadji will be with us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I now request Mr. Ramesh Prasad Garu to present mementos to all the dignitaries on stage. I also request Mr. S. Nandagopal to kindly come onto the stage and receive the memento. I request Mr. Naginidu Garu to accompany him on the stage, please. He was driven by his father's vision. He took over the legacy of Shri L.V.Prasad with great respect and passion. He made Prasad Group the largest network of film post-production facilities in India, offering every service of the spectrum. He gave South India its first IMAX theatre. Ladies and gentlemen, I now request Sri Ramesh Prasad Garu to deliver the vote of thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that this commemorative postage stamp signifies the hard work and passion with which my father approached cinema. And I believe that this stamp will serve as a reminder to every one of us that nothing can and should stand in the way of one's dream. This stamp is a tribute to my father and to the cumulative efforts of the film world. I would like to extend my thanks to the Department of Post, the Government of India, the Government of Andhra Pradesh for this great honor. I thank Dr. Shakil Ahmedji, Honorable Union Minister of State for Communication and IT, by sparing his valuable time to be here with us today to release the commemorative postage stamp. I thank Sri Prasad Garu, Honorable Minister for Finance and Legislative Affairs, Government of Andhra Pradesh, for kindly consenting to preside over the function and release the book on Sri L.V.Prasad. I thank Dr. Dasar Narayan Rao Garu, Honorable Union Minister for State for Coal, for being with us today. I thank Chief Postmaster General Mrs. Yasodhara Menon and all the members or officials of the Department of Post for their invaluable effort put in towards the release of the commemorative postage stamp. In his long path to success and glory, my father's life was touched by many people, like whom he respected, adored, and loved. Among them is Dr. Akkineni Nageshwar Rao. I feel extremely sorry that he could not be with us today. He had a very long, fruitful association with my father, having acted in one of his first films, Samsaram, a great social at that time. I acted in that film too as Dr. N.T. Ramarao's son and Dr. K. Nageshwar Rao's nephew. My father wanted me to be an actor. However, this was perhaps the only ambition in which he failed. Sri D.V.S. Raju, a selfless gentleman who stood as a pillar in the development of the film industry, Sri Ramaju Rao Garu, who has made us all proud by entering into the Guinness Book of Records with his one and only Ramaji Film City. Sri Gullapalli Nageshwar Garu, a visionary who had made the L.V.Prasad